Hey guys, you're listening to the Your Party People podcast. This is Lexi Tran, owner of Ivory and Fern, a Midwest-based photographer.
And this is Katie Murphy, owner of Jane Ray Events, your Midwest wedding planner. We're here to give you couples a guide on how to maneuver one of the best days of their lives and how to keep it from being one of the worst. Welcome to the party.
Woo woo!
Hi guys, we are back. Last time we talked about 2020 wedding trends, which I absolutely loved.
Trends.
That was so much fun, and we'll talk about those a little bit today. We have exciting special guests in the house. The owners of Marie and Marie Bridal Shop, Kayla and Erin. They are located right downtown. Hi, you guys.
Hi. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for coming in.
Of course.
Why don't you guys start with telling us how you guys started, why you started, a little bit behind the name. Nobody knows about that.
Yeah. Well, it was kind of a mutual, it was like an on our own decision that we both had this idea, and then Erin brought it up to me and I was like, I already have this idea. And it was just like a weird coincidence that we both had this idea
We both kind of saw this missing space in Sioux Falls for a place that, really catered to the whole experience of the bride. We wanted to bring in some different designers that we hadn't seen before around town, and really just make a really fun experience for everyone that steps through our doors. So we decided to partner up and create Marie and Marie Bridal.
Yeah. And I say you guys did that. There was that missing piece, here that really needed to be brought here. And you guys did that. And I do want to say you guys are sisters.
Yes.
We are.
Too.
Yes.
And I know we always start with a little national day, and it is actually National Sisters Day.
Yay.
Love that.
So we have the best sisters here.
Yes, that was part of when we were thinking of the name.
Yeah.
We wanted to incorporate the fact that we're a family-run business. So we took our middle names, which is both Marie. It's kind of like a family middle name, but then we found out it also means bride in French, obviously pronounced differently. So we love that I incorporated family and bridal and just decided to go with it.
I love it.
That's perfect. I didn't know that.
So it's a
Fun
happy
fact.
National Sister.
Yeah. Happy.
Make sure you send some love to your sister if you have one. Or a friend that's a sister too. That counts.
Yes.
Well, let's just jump right into the dress appointment experience at Marie Marie, and I can say that I am a Marie and Marie bride. I did get my dress at Marie Marie. I went to a lot of appointments, too many appointments.
I did your appointment.
Yes, you did.
Yes, I did. I remember you. Yeah.
So just kind of run us through how you would like a customer. What is a Marie Marie experience?
Yeah. So we first start off, you get sent a little questionnaire. We ask you a bunch of questions about your style. It helps get to know you before you step through the door. And then once you're here at the shop, we'll take you to your private bridal suite with you and your friends and family. We'll just go over what you're really looking for. We'll go over price points, all that jazz. And then we'll bring you up to the floor and just start choosing styles.
After we serve mimosas.
Oh,
or
the most important part.
Most important part.
I cannot believe I almost forgot that. Yes, mimosas and champagne for all those that are 21 and over.
Yes.
Or water, that's cool too. Get some beverages. And then, we'll take you to the floor. We'll pick out some gowns and then just start trying to narrow down your style. Some people come in thinking I want this sleek, sexy gown, and then they leave with a ball gown because they just are obsessed.
You just don't know until you
really
try them
don't
on.
know until you start trying things on. So, yeah, that's pretty much the gist.
Yeah, I do have to say, so I didn't shop there as a bride because it wasn't there yet. Otherwise I would have.
Yeah.
But going in there, you guys, they're private bridal suites that you guys have. It's all about the experience. It definitely should be an experience coming in and not just an appointment to find a dress. And they have a private room that everybody sits in, but then also where the bride changes is within that room too.
Yeah.
So everything
behind
is
a little
it's
curtain.
just it's just for the group, which is so fun.
I will say being a bride and having an appointment at Marie Marie, it was so different from anywhere else we had been. I am not a center of attention person, so I don't like when everyone's staring at me. So let alone having my group that I brought with me staring at me, also having people I don't know stare at me was social anxiety through the roof. And so one, I felt like it was a really good way to even out the balance of that social energy. But also I felt okay, and let me tell you, I've been to Marie Marie 7 times in the last month because all my friends are getting married right now. So every time I've been there compared to other places, I feel like everyone allows themselves to be more emotional. because they're not being looked at and they're not being watched.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people I'll notice like will be crying and like more like open to discussion because it's just so much more intimate and private, which is such a cool part.
Yeah,
That's what we aim for.
Yeah, that was kind of
you're
our
doing
big
it.
thing was just we wanted the experience to be like beat every, just
Yeah.
be the best experience it could be. And Erin, actually, we went to a place in Minneapolis that had private suites and we were like, oh my gosh, this is so nice. So we knew immediately like that was like our number one thing we wanted to have was private rooms for people. So
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
So when customers do set up an appointment, how many people do you recommend coming with them? Like is a certain amount too many, or is it, what would you guys say from what you've seen?
It's tough. I mean, just from what we've experienced, some of the larger groups, if they get too big, I feel bad for the bride because her opinion kind of gets lost in all the other opinions, and she'll just get really overwhelmed. And it seems like it's a tougher bridal appointment for her. Yeah. So we always recommend, try to narrow down to like
3
your
or
mom,
4
sister, your favorite, your best friend, people that really you want to take their opinion into account. You don't have to have like your aunt's best friend there or something,
And I get it because some people want all their bridesmaids there, and some people have 7 bridesmaids, and it's hard to tell someone no. So I get that it happens, and you have to have more. But
some large groups that are so encouraging and amazing, and they're amazing.
Yeah.
And we're happy to have them. But we always just say try to narrow it down as much as you can. But we'll take whatever.
That would be tricky if I saw, because I'm sure you guys see the bride, like the stress on her face or that feeling. Do you try to like iron it out ever, or do you just stay out of it?
I mean,
I'm curious
sometimes behind the curtain.
Yeah, I'll just be like, you know what? This is your dress. Do not care what they think, because it's like all about how you feel and what you want. It doesn't matter what they want. So, I mean, you do try to have a private little conversation with them as much as you can. I mean, it's just a curtain so they can still hear us. But
we try.
Oh my gosh, I love it. So what are some common questions you guys get from your customers during appointments or before or after?
I mean, I would say during appointments, it's usually alteration questions. Could I add a sleeve to this, or an off-the-shoulder strap, or how do you bustle this dress? Before, it's mostly just like, how many people can I bring? Like, how long are the appointments? Like,
pricing. Or what size am I? Which a lot of people don't realize that, bridal sizing is really weird. It's usually like two or three
really
sizes
small,
different from what you
annoying.
actually wear. So,
Yeah. All those things are great questions to think. Like I had when I was going in, and kind of you're going in blind. I mean, some things, and I would say the biggest thing is going in thinking you have this certain dress in mind.
Yes.
And I know you guys mentioned that earlier. Like try to go
keep
outside.
an open mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we do try to get girls to try on dresses that they said they don't want, and it's amazing how many times they're like, wait, what?
Like,
this is what I want now.
Yeah. And pricing questions. Where would you guys say your range falls? Is it, because of course a range, but.
Yeah. We range anywhere from 1,000 to 4,500. Average being 15 to 2,000, I would say.
Okay.
So we try to have a little something for everyone.
Which I feel like is average for just about anywhere you go. I don't
I
feel
do
like
think
it's
a lot of people think that we're like, just because of our experience, that they just assume that we have these like crazy expensive,
$10,000, $20,000 dresses.
Like, no, we don't.
We're not Kleinfeld.
We're very like comparable to other shops in town. And
it's just a different way to do dress shopping.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it like, oh, it's so upscale.
Yeah.
It's just a different format.
Yeah. So fun. Before we go into our next questions, we are going to take a little break and talk with our girl, Ashley, with This or That, and we'll be right back.
Hey everybody, it's Ashley with This or That, and today we're talking about having an open bar versus a few hosted items and a cash bar at your reception. Again, there are pros and cons to both. So having a full open bar, I would always recommend not advertising that you're having a full open bar. Just let it be a pleasant surprise for your guests when they get up to order a drink. And you can do this in a number of ways, whether that's paying ahead for a certain amount and then having the reception venue check in with you halfway through when those funds have been consumed, or having a set amount, just paying the bar tab at the end of the night. Or a really popular option that I tend to steer our clients to is doing a few hosted items and then opening it to a cash bar. That allows most of your drinks to get a beverage during the cocktail hour, and then during the dance portion of things, typically a keg or a few cases of wine are gone at that point, and so your guests can just pay whatever they would like to drink. So those are a few options to consider when thinking about an open bar versus a hosted cash bar.
Welcome back to the party. Hope you enjoyed Ashley's This or That. Per usual, it's always on point.
Woo-hoo.
Our next question for our guests from Marie are, how many appointments do you recommend a bride make when trying to find the perfect dress?
Like, do you mean at our store or at different shops?
Just wherever. Like, I made probably 14 different appointments because I was like, I'm so indecisive. I'm never going to be able to find anything.
I mean, I think every bride is different. Some people are like, come in and we're their first stop and they are very happy to buy a dress with us. And that's, I mean, we obviously love that too. But then there's people that are like, you just don't know. What if there's something out there that I haven't seen? So it's just, I think you kind of have to make that choice yourself, like your personality and like you know yourself and what.
Because I've had a bride come in like literally first appointment ever, and the first dress she tried on was the dress she got. So it's like, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely wouldn't try to do more than like 2 or maybe 3 at tops. I feel like the girls that come to us and it's their third appointment are kind of like, oh my gosh, I've tried on so many dresses today. Like,
they're
I
all
don't
running
even,
together.
Yeah. So like 2 a day is a really good amount. More than that gets to be a lot, but.
Yeah. What did you do, Kayla, for yours? How was your?
Well, we looked like in Texas randomly because we were there on vacation, but I wasn't really like serious. And then we went to Minneapolis, and the first place we went, the first dress I tried on, I literally saw it. We walked in the store, and I'm like, that is what I'm looking for. And it ended up being it. We canceled all of the other appointments and just got it. So for me, it was one of those when you know, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's not how it is for everyone. Yeah. So got lucky.
Is that's how it was for you too?
Yeah,
Erin?
we went to one place Friday night, and then Saturday, my first appointment that morning was, where I found my dress, and I loved it, and that was that.
Yeah. Fun. Wow. We had a little different experience, didn't we? Because I was more like Lexi. I was really torn, and I had this idea in my mind that I would wear like this really sexy like form-fitting dress, and it's actually still in the studio up there. It's a huge, it's a ball gown, full lace ball gown.
Love it.
Kind of hidden, but
literally that was me too. I was like, I had this dress that I had been looking at on Instagram and online. I literally did the thing on Pinterest, the thing you're not supposed to do, where you find a dress and you have to like reverse search the image on Google to like find the designer because the pin's not linked. And so I found the dress in Minneapolis and I went and tried it on. I was like, oh my gosh, I love it. And I had one too many opinions, and one opinion told me that it did not flatter me. And so I was like, it's ruined. I can't wear it.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. So then we came back and I literally made appointment. And Marie was the first place we had gone actually. And I ended up in like a ball gown, and I was like, there's no way. Why did I? This is not what I wanted, but I love it and I need it. And so that was the direction we went. But it's so crazy how true that is. Like, you have no idea what you want until you're literally just in it.
Yeah.
You guys, tell us a little bit about when you should start the shopping process, because and you can explain a little bit about COVID too, if that's affected any kind of shipping things, and when people should start this year or next year.
Yeah, so typically with most of our designers, they take 4 to 6 months to come in, and then you'll want a couple of months for alterations. So we typically tell people, 8 to 10 months out, try to start looking and buy your gown by then. That way you'll have enough time for shipment and alterations. Luckily, we haven't had any issues, really.
I think we maybe did right away, like last March or April. Like, there's like a week or two delayed,
Things
but nothing that caused.
But we didn't like miss any weddings or anything like that.
Yeah.
So luckily, I feel like most of the designers have kind of
figured it out.
Yeah. But, I've heard of some designers right now are, having issues with beading because like certain countries make certain beads and they're more affected by COVID than others. So it's kind of, it's you maybe try to think about that, but luckily I haven't really
the
seen
sooner
anything.
the better, just because you never know what could go wrong. Like, something could happen like out of your control, out of control. So I'm always just like, the sooner the better, safer. But we do get a lot of girls that are like, my wedding is in 3 months. And we're like, all right.
Okay.
Let's
do
do
a
it.
rush order.
So we can do rush
We can-
orders,
we've-
and
yeah.
sometimes there's stock pieces, but it's just like stressful and you're very limited, and
Yeah, and
it's
your
just better to
selection.
plan ahead. But sometimes you can't. Sometimes people want a quick wedding or whatever,
Yeah.
and we get that too. So
Good. That's good
Yeah.
to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Love it. So going off of that, what advice would you give to a bride before coming to her dress appointment with you guys? So what items would you recommend them bringing, or what should they do to prepare for their appointment?
yeah, I mean,
Nude
yeah,
undergarments.
wear nude undergarments.
Yeah.
Honestly, usually the bra and most of the dresses have cups in it, so you can kind of usually take that off because it usually
Yeah.
ruins like the back because most are open and stuff. But I mean, I definitely would like say look, maybe get an idea of like the style of wedding you want, just so we can look, but also like we said, be open because you just never know. But
Yeah.
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 And shoes. Do you recommend bringing like an idea of shoes or?
Yeah, I mean, you should know if you're going to be wearing flats or if you do want some
Heels.
sort of heel, because maybe you do want to wear a 5-inch heel, and we're going to have to add a little bit of length for you.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would have an idea of what you want, but you don't necessarily like have to have your shoe.
the
picked
shoe.
out.
Yeah.
Right.
Just like what kind of height you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I'm interested to hear your guys' answer on this one. On average, how many dresses does a bride try on when she comes in?
Oh, I
would
feel
say,
like we
like-
start with 7 or 8.
Yeah.
We'll
Okay.
usually like
Probably
grab
like
7 or
10
8.
is what 10 to 12.
Yeah,
Is
and then
what they
like
end up trying on total.
like, oh, I really love this, but I wish the strap was a little different. Like, oh, we have that. Let me go pull it. So we'll
Yeah.
pull a couple more and narrow it down from there. So yeah, probably like 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. How many dresses? I feel like you guys, I was so, yeah, I just wish I could tell my younger self, like, do this different. I
Yeah.
like tried on.
Relax.
Yeah.
I tried on a lot too before.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, some people literally, I swear, like try on every dress in the store.
well, and it's fun. It's fun,
It's
you know.
Yeah.
They're so pretty.
so it totally is just preference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do you find
Yeah.
that you guys have a lot of people try on, like once they've tried on so many, they go back to like the same 3 or 4, and do they consistently just switch in and out of those, you think?
We have brides that'll put like the same 2 or 3 dresses on like 4 times.
Yeah.
Like, they just
Can't decide.
cannot
Like,
decide.
why not both?
Yes,
Right.
yes, both. That's a thing.
It is a thing. But yeah, like when
It
they're trying
usually
to narrow
narrowed
down,
down.
like
Yeah.
it's very helpful to like, try things on back to back to get a feel for the gown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of times people make another appointment and come back and just to try on their top 3 or whatever. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
With a clear head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's
alone sometimes,
helpful.
or with
Yeah.
just one
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
Or,
For sure.
Okay, well, our next question would be, what wedding dress trends are you seeing for the year 21 and 2022?
Ooh, yeah.
Give us the juice.
Wedding dress trends are interesting because wedding dresses aren't like fast fashion. We're not having like at the end of the day, you should wear what you want to wear down the aisle.
yeah. What you look at.
Regardless of
trends.
trends, but there are a few I feel like.
Yeah.
We've been seeing like exposed boning. I feel like is huge right
Yes.
now. Like all the
For sure.
designers are like.
Honestly,
pumping that
puffy
out.
sleeves.
Yeah, like the puffy.
The 80s are going
yeah, the well, like
But
an
like
off
pretty,
the shoulder.
done pretty.
Yeah,
It's not,
cute.
not like
no.
out.
It's
Yeah.
not.
And like we have a lot of like removable puffy sleeves, which is kind of fun. So you can like, wear that for just the reception or just the wedding and then take it off or whatever, which is kind of fun to kind of switch up your look.
Yeah. And then like the simple
Simple's
aesthetic
big.
is always
Yeah.
really popular.
People are always shocked by a simple dress.
Yes.
You put that on and it's just shockingly like stunning. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's more about like the bride, you see them
Yeah.
more than the dress. So
Oh, right.
people always
And it's
Yeah.
timeless, I
Yeah.
feel. It doesn't
Very.
have
yes.
the poofy
Yeah, you're
sleeves,
not
the
like, what
beading,
was
the
I
lace.
doing?
Yeah.
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 Do you
Yeah.
guys, so where do you guys go to get your dresses? Didn't you go to make some trips? I know probably not
yes.
lately, but are you
Our
planning to go
favorite
back?
part of our job.
Literally.
You
York.
typically go to New York. A lot of our designers
I
are
know.
based there. It's so
the
much
best,
fun.
yeah.
But unfortunately, because of COVID, the past few seasons have kind of been canceled. So we've been having to buy things online
Do like
or just
Zoom
like
meetings,
look through
which
photos.
is hard.
It
You
is hard.
cannot see the details like you can.
Luckily, a lot of our designers have said, if you hate this, we'll
take
exchange
it.
it for something
Yeah.
else. Because sometimes like a dress will come in and you'll be like, this is not what the photo looks like. Like, what is this? So yeah, we're definitely itching to get back to New York once everything opens back
Yes.
up again.
Hopefully next season or the next.
Yeah, we're both due this fall. I mean, I'm in a couple weeks. She's in a couple months.
Congratulations, you guys.
This season might be,
Yeah, we probably won't go this year,
but next
the spring
we are.
You'll be ready to go.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I hope you guys get to. I'm sure you will.
Yes.
Thanks for coming in today.
Yeah.
I really appreciate you guys being here. Before we end it, if somebody would like to make an appointment there, do you guys want to just kind of say how to make that appointment and just where you're located? I mentioned that, but yeah.
Yeah, so you can go to our website and make an appointment. It's super easy online, or you can call us. Either one works. We're located on 11th and Phillips on the corner. It's like right next to Child's Play Toy Store. So, yeah.
It's a beautiful store. You can't
Beautiful
miss it.
storefront. Oh my gosh.
Come say hi.
Yes. Love it. Well, thank you again so much for coming and chatting with us today. We're going to wrap this party up, and we'll chat with you guys next time.
Thank you guys.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening to the Your Party People podcast. If you already love us, make sure to come back to the party every other Wednesday.
If you really love us, follow us on Instagram and Facebook at It's Your Party People Podcast. And make sure to let us know your thoughts on the show, and if you have any topics you want us to cover in a future episode. DM us on Instagram or email us at yourpartypeoplepodcast@gmail.com, and maybe we'll give you a shout out on the next episode. See you at the next party. Bye.